as a cottager, we all have an obligation to educate ourselves. And Heather and I are just so privileged because we live here all year round. And by the way, it is the most amazing place in the winter. So over the winter, when we got wind that the developer was coming back to council to get approvals, that's when I started getting information from the county planner and wherever else I could. Now, part of what I'm doing here is trying to spread that information so that people on the lake actually know what the implications are. You know, we're very fair people. We Canadians, we don't like to disadvantage other people unnecessarily, and so a lot of people say, well, the developer, he's been trying to do this for decades. You know, why should we get in his way? The developer clearly has a vested interest in making this thing go. He stands to make a considerable amount of money. And so he invests in reports that are required by the planning process. But of course, these people are hired by him, and you don't last very long in the consulting business unless you know. I mean, I did a little consulting in my lifetime, and you know that you submit a draft report the first time because you want feedback from your client. Does it have you actually covered what you want? So what a lot of these reports don't report the things that need to be reported. You know, magically, the environmental impact study doesn't see some of the endangered species that other people have seen, this sort of thing. So as cottages, we have to recognize that so much of this is professional opinion. And one professional's opinion is not necessarily the same as another's. So we need to educate ourselves by talking to other professionals and saying, is this real? You know, are these arguments that the developers, consultants are making that say this will have no negative impact, are these arguments valid? And the way we have to do that is we have to hire people who are experts and have no vested interest, except maybe the public good and collecting a fee from us, but they can assess the validity of this position. And when we do that, we've just started that process, we're finding that there are a lot of holes in the arguments that the developers, consultants have put forward to justify this development. So educating ourselves is a huge part of this. Now, second piece of the equation, of course, is this is a political process. The people that have to approve this proposal are politicians. And guess what? We can all vote. And this is an election year. So we very much need to let our politicians know that we're concerned. And we're concerned for a lot of different reasons. So whatever bothers you, you let them know. If there's a process. Not only is there going to be an election this fall, but the planning process unfolds.